Turkey against Hungary. Greco-Roman under 75 and wasting no time. The Turk just slaps LORINCZ right in the head there.
So right where he's taped. So sometimes you go right for where you think the injury is. My coach always used to tell me to take the opposite ankle of the one that may be injured because you don't want the wrestler grabbing it or knowing where you're weak.
That makes a lot of sense. Makes it wise coaching. And to have that presence of mind to aim for the strong leg, to put them off balance. Can either manage it here. CENGIZ, the 21-year-old from Istanbul. Can he bull his way forward here?
And again, still very young. He was 7th this year in the European under-23 criteria. And so he's just new onto the scene. But, you know, wrestling back all the way to the bronze medal match, that could be, and especially if he gets the bronze, that could be the start of something unbelievable.
Yep, absolutely. Big times for the Turk. But taking a tumble to his tactics at the moment. Tomasz LORINCZ, he's been around.
This is his 15th time on the Hungarian world team, and that includes the Olympics in 08, the Olympics in 16, World University Games in 14 where he was a gold medalist. So he's done it all in Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yep, he's been around the block and back again. And here in Paris, he's picked up a little bonus point. Too much passivity from the Turk, CENGIZ.
I don't know if you noticed the setup there, but he pushed, and as soon as CENGIZ reached, he went for his arm throw. So he just was able to bait him just enough to say, okay, I'm going to push. When you push, bap, I'm going to go for my arm throw. And didn't get any points with it, but that could pay dividends later in the match.
Well, I wish we could have commentator cam up here in the commentary booth because, well, the amount of work that you're going through, it shows how much passion you have for the sport. And that's the only thing that gets you through in this sport. Trying to get through there with a little push-out point successfully.
Beautiful pummel position by LORINCZ. He pummeled, and pushed, and was able to get a step out from CENGIZ.
And a big slap on the head from the Turk there. The referee not enjoying that one.
I don't think LORINCZ was enjoying it either.
A headache for the Hungarian. But makes good viewing on the scoreboard. All the twos, 2:22, 2 points up.
For the purist, the hand fighting here right in the middle, working from low to high, to the hands, to the head, and continuing to move his hips side to side. Anytime these wrestlers start to grow roots into the mat, they can't move their feet enough. So they're moving their feet, moving their hands, moving their head, and it's almost a ballet of moving the whole time.
Well, a perfect city to show that balletic footwork here in Paris, France. At the end of that opening period, you talked about growing roots there. I'm not going to let you away with that one. Explain that to the novice.
Well, when I'm coaching my athletes, I always say you got to move your feet, because if your feet continue to stay in the same place, you'll grow roots and you won't be able to move. So they're growing these roots into the mat, and then when he does make an attack, you can't move your feet in time to defend, or you can't get to your offense quick enough because your feet are almost stuck in the mat.
So you're easy to chop down. You're there for the taking.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the tail of the tape at the moment. 2-point gap. CENGIZ trying to get back into this one. Can he get his feet moving? Move himself into prime position here. Bronze medal, under 75 kilogram grouping. The battle-weary LORINCZ. Well, he doesn't want to go home without a medal. He's in contention here. Another little sly uppercut there from the Turk. Well, his ears and head will be ringing, LORINCZ. But is he going to have a bronze medal wrapped around his head at the end?
And when you do have that medal, it makes it all worth it, I'm sure.
For sure, for sure. When you get to that, anywhere on the podium, when you've been through the wars like this, with the referee warning again. Tactics of Team Turkey, quite obvious. A little bit of the rough stuff.
I can imagine getting 5th place in the World Championship when you're just that close, you can taste it. That makes for a very long year.
It's a long journey home. Absolutely. When you fly home in 5th position or 4th position in our sport, it's horrible. Horrible times, but Still time for Cengiz to try and do something here. Can he turn it around? We've seen it so far. Giray of Iran, the ambassador of the comeback, and Cengiz the Turk do the same. Big ask against LORINCZ though.
So that was a passive, another passive call against Cengiz. He's saying action, the officials waving him on, saying action rouge, action rouge. Then he puts the hand up, and it is confirmed as a passivity call against Cengiz.
Yeah, I'm going to go on the Cengiz Supporters Club bus here and say that I think he's been active, he's trying to go for it. I think the referee did put the hand up to say it, but the match chairman said no. Could be wrong, but the point didn't go up on the board.
Could have been his first passive because
got you.
If it goes to the side,
sure,
that's he's asking for it. As soon as it goes up straight in the air, that is when it has been confirmed.
Got you. So Cengiz lives to fight another day, as you've said. There's the first little low warning, followed by the high one for LORINCZ. And it's high time for the Turk to get back into this one. Less than a minute to go. But the match management of LORINCZ, you're enjoying this?
I absolutely am, because, I mean, they are both being extra heavy on each other's head. And the fact that he can keep a beautiful high dive, but look at the transition by LORINCZ. A high dive, he went to almost a sprawl position and transitioned right into a front headlock. This is so much training and so much just reaction time, muscle memory to say, I know exactly where you're going before you do. Game of chess, live chess match.
Well, who's going to take it upon themselves down the stretch here? Just a point of a gap. Cengiz. And he's trying to rule the roost here, but it is LORINCZ that's king of the castle in the end here, running down the clock, subduing the efforts of the Turk. The referee lets it roll, and it is LORINCZ. Well, he's going to rip off the tape like the champion he is. And he ripped that bronze medal from the arms of Cengiz, who never really got into it. Couldn't quite get any space.
Couldn't get the space, and when he did make a great attempt, he was just stopped dead in his tracks by whether it be LORINCZ's head, his hands, or his hips.